Hey guys, welcome back to Kawasaki Vulcan S installation series. So today we are going to install the foot peg for the passenger. In order to do that, we have to remove all this. Since we are already installing the foot peg, it's the right time to do the installation of the passenger seat, the sissy bar, and I have ordered a GIVI trucker 33-liter pannier. So I'm going to install the case for that. So we're going to remove the side panels and get to the frame here, and then we are going to remove this frame with the passenger foot peg frame, and all the installations are connected. It's the same nuts and bolts that we need access to, so while we are at it, we'll just get all of them installed together. That would be easy. Alright, there you go. That's a 4mm screw, so I'm going to remove that. Alright, now we need to remove these two here. That's a 10mm, so we are going to do that. Right. So that should bring our side cover off. I'm gonna just remove the side panel here. With the 6mm you can remove the seat, so let me keep it side. Okay, let's take off the seat just for easy access, that's all. All the tools required for this should be on this tool set here, but I have separate tools, so that's why I'm not using that. Sorry, that's 12mm, so let me take that one out. We may have to remove this side cover too, because the bottom part of the frame is gonna be connected to that. I mean, if you have not installed a relay for your bike, this is the best time, because the relay goes in here. So I have already installed it, so if you have not seen that video, I'll put that in the link here and you can click and watch that. But it's an easy installation just for the relay. Relay is required if you need to add a additional headlight, or if you want to have a DC power outlet to charge your mobile phone and stuff like that. So I have installed the DC power there. Again, that installation video is also up on this channel, you can watch it. Carefully take out. Alright, so there is the relay, whatever you see here. I probably can zoom in later, so I'll show you what that looks like. Now, in order to get this, we need to have a 10mm. There is a 10mm on the top and one at the bottom. So it comes with the 10mm bolt and a washer. Alright, there you have it. I just love to keep the screws back to the connection, so that when I put it back, I'll remember where everything goes back. Alright, now we have access to the bottom. So there is one at the bottom, one in the middle, one at the end. So that's 12mm. I mean, installation is pretty straightforward and easy. You just have to remember where all bolt goes on. Okay, those two came off. I think the middle one is 12mm, so there you go. Only the last piece is we may have to remove these two 12 again. Alright, there you go. So now we have removed it. Now we can install the passenger foot peg, also the GIVI case mount. Alright, now we have removed everything else, so it looks good. Now that we are here, let's clean up anyway. We will have to take out this rubber gasket, one here and then the other one on this side. It just comes out easy, not a problem, but you just have to be careful so that you're not damaging it. Just push it through and then that comes out. Alright, so this is the new piece. So the flat piece goes on here. I'm just comparing it to how it was in the previous. So I think it should go something like that. Maybe you can just push it with this. There you have it. Alright, there you have it. So alright, this is how it should go. So the one of the 14mm goes through here to the bottom. All right, so the other 14 millimeter should be like that. I have to see the rack for the GIVI case and see how that fits into the overall theme here. So that's the 12 millimeter that goes into the middle. I'm not gonna tighten it now because I just wanted to make sure that we put the GIVI case and also the backrest. So there are too many things that has to go through. So the GIVI case and the CC bar. Sorry, that's the case for GIVI. Alright guys, so after a lot of trial and error, I kind of did the other side. So I'm gonna show it from here. So the first thing to do is remove the existing, so 14, 12, and there's one over here. That is the 14 too. So we're gonna remove that. So pretty straightforward, right? So you have two of this rubber here, one facing this way out. So you have to make sure that you taking those two rubber out, and then there is a rubber piece here, as you can see. You want to take that one out, and those three rubber pieces will be transferred to the new one. So there is a fourth one here, so let's take that one out too. Two of this, and then there is a fourth one here. Okay, let me take that out. So I may have to pry this one out using a... Alright, now we have to attach the new one. So the way it goes is, now this is where it's simple. This piece goes at the very back. This one goes like here, and then this is not the GIVI backrest. This is a third-party backrest, and I just wanted to show you that this works perfectly. You don't need a GIVI backrest because I'm not planning to use anything heavy on the backrest. So this is more for aesthetic purpose. So I'm going to use a third-party one. So I just wanted to show that this works fine. So let me get the other parts. All right, this is the luggage. This is the footrest. So the way it goes is the footrest goes something like this. Let's first attach the 14 millimeter bolt here. So at least we have an anchor point. One of the 14 millimeter, we will put it here. All right, there is a 12 millimeter that goes here, but because this has to go in here like so. All right, you have these two pieces. Okay, I think on one side it's flat, on the other side there is a lip. So that lip actually goes and fits on this side. So you have to ensure that it's going this way where there is a lip, so it can rest in here like that. It's like a very finished touch. So I put a washer over here. I may have to pull this little away so it can go in easily. There you go. Then put the washer that goes in here. This nut, small one, so that holds the washer in place, the bottom washer. And then this goes after we put in this bottom part of it, that goes at the bottom of the footrest. Then we can put this in, something like that. Now you have a base before we tighten. All right, so I put in the bottom part, the middle part, then the GIVI stand with these two anchor point. Now this has to be at the back, so it slides behind this, behind these two. So that's why we don't want to tighten it too much, because we want to have this going in between. Right, before we can put that in, we have the original O&M part. So we need to take care of that too. Right, this is how it goes like, but we have a part that is required. So that's this piece, the original piece. So that one should go here because it starts at the back. So this is towards the fender, then in the middle this piece goes in like that, and then so here the small spacer you need to put between these two here, and take the 12 millimeter, and then I think that should screw it up.
Maybe don't tighten it too much. You need to have one more big spacer and a 12 millimeter. So that spacer goes in between. So that is done. So that's the new bolt with 12 millimeter. This is the new bolt, 12 millimeter. This is the new 14 millimeter. This is the old, that's the old. So that's the entire fit. So this space, the backrest goes at the back. Then add spacers if you need. One at the back, one at the front. Install this space and then the cage goes in on top of it. And the frame, the handle, the foot peg bar rest behind these two. So the GIVI and then all this gets connected together. So that's how it goes, and it's just a matter of tightening up all the screws. Now let me go to the other side and make sure that I put in this piece. I think the only piece I missed here is I should have put in this rubber. So I can put it right here. So that goes in like that. And the second piece goes in, this piece goes something like this. And this piece goes in here. Hope you can see it. So this with the triangle that goes at the bottom here. You can just pry it in with this. All right, there you have it. Now you just have to pry this one in. And then we have to attach the back rail here. Let me take you guys to the other side so you guys can see the same thing. Here the only piece is last night I couldn't put this here, this piece. So we're gonna be taking that out. I just have to put a washer here. So let me remove the screw. Put the washer in. I have to push this a bit so that it can go in. Now I'll have to put this washer at the bottom. I'm gonna put this also on the other side. Perfect, so that completes the installation. We have the foot peg. Now we have to tighten all these things up. All right, so this is the piece that goes in here. So this goes on the top, something like that. All right, let's see, I'm gonna put it like this and let's do it on the other side. So, all right, I'm gonna turn this way. But again, we will tighten this up. Okay, now the final step is to put this plastic cover back in. All right guys, so there you have it. I missed the rubber piece here, so that's why it's bouncing up and down. But other than that, that's the complete installation. Even with the third-party backrest, you can fully put all the trims back in, so not a big problem. I thought I wouldn't be able to do that with the third party, but everything checks out. So I'm gonna put all the remaining ones back into cover. We may need it at some point later. All right guys, that's all to the installation of the foot peg and the GIVI. I think it's called PL4115 for the trucker 33 liter panniers. So it's very sturdy, and this is the aftermarket sissy bar and the back luggage rack, and this is $96 compared to GIVI's was like $215 or $220. So there is no need for that. For me, this is just the aesthetic piece of things, not to put any weight here. So this is the main piece. So yeah, I think that was the final piece of installation, and everything looks good. So I'm gonna put the cover on the other side too. Alright guys, that is the final installation. If you want to see with the side case and the seat, I can show you that. And this is how the case looks like. that's it for today. That's all the installation. Once I get the GIVI trucker, I'm gonna put the rear passenger seat and the case itself. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put the rear passenger seat so that you guys can see a complete look. Now this is how it looks like from this side, and it's very compact and sleek. Without the case, you won't even notice that there is a side panel, and on the other side also it looks very neat. So let's pull out the bike outside so you can get a clear, crispy view of what the installation looks like. Overall, the installation is very easy. You just have to make sure you are using the right spaces and things like that, and it goes in pretty easy. It's time consuming, but it's not complex. And I hope in this video you were able to see what I was doing and then follow the instructions with the manual as well as what you saw in this video. So this is the left hand side of the bike, and it looks pretty neat, and I like the low profile sissy bar look. It's not too up high, and on the other side also it's pretty neat and compact, and without the side case attached to it, it looks pretty sleek and sporty. So I'm definitely enjoying the style here. Let me bring the camera a little closer so you guys can see it, how neat the installation is. All the plastic parts goes back in as the OEM parts itself. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, click the like button, and if you want to see more videos or more installation series, those will be coming soon in this channel. So consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.